It's a lot of snow. So why is it that so little is known about wet snow and what avalanches? Well, it's a really complex material. Snow is to start out. It's frozen water when you have multiple layers. And then you add water to it. I mean, it's complex enough when you're just dealing with basically frozen ice with a little bit of water vapor. And then you add liquid to it, and it just does crazy things to snow as a material. So it really changes the dynamic really rapidly. It's a shorter season that we're worried about wet snow and what avalanche hasn't. You know, we see it at the end of the year. It's a lot less common. It's far less prevalent as far as the incidents that are where people are involved, like Howley's Ordinance incidents, people being caught. And it's kind of human nature. I say to ignore it, but the way that our minds work, if you have something that you know a fair amount about, and you can keep learning about that, or something that you don't know jack shit about, and you have the choice to learn about one or the other, you're going to naturally choose, most people are, to gravitate towards whatever you already know something about and learn more about it. So it's pretty easy to have that one event somewhere in your career where you're dealing with wet slabs and just be like, whew, glad nothing happened there. Now I can forget about that for another 10 years. I know that's how it is for me, and I'm sure I'm not the only one here, right? At least it was earlier in my career. Operational pressure, or operational personnel can be overwhelming. Are there any ski patrollers or any that work at ski areas think that are like, oh man, I'm going to be in a kayak, climbing, whatever. On days like today, especially, it's such good skiing out there at ski areas, I'm sure too. Just quality. So you definitely run into that, where people maybe don't pay attention to what's going on when they do see incidents. They don't try to figure out what happened quite as much as they would with a gnarly deep slab incident in January that really piques your interest. And then rain, waterlogged skins, post hole in your waist, breakable crust, boilerplate ice. They're all, tons of fun, way less fun than that. It's like half snow on a nice, firm, large snowpack with slab in it, going to ski and having a great time. So it's something that, and Steve Custer didn't pay me to say this, but there are a lot of opportunities out there for the proverbial low-hanging fruit. It's pretty easy to find a project to look at with wet snow. The more you look into it, the more unanswered questions there are really. So our goal for today, increase the avalanche community's understanding of wet snow and wet avalanche phenomena. Mainly I want to highlight our presentation and discussion of facts, theories, and experiences. I'm going to go over real briefly an overview of what we're going to see for the presentations. But we do want to make sure that everyone understands this is a discussion. There are a lot of people who know as much or more than some of the presenters, like when you put me in there, for sure, about what's going on with wet snow. So we want this to be a two-way exchange of ideas and information. So first, Andrew Slaughter will be the first one up, and he'll introduce us to what is wet snow, and then how's it get that way. And this is actually from his office. When he was getting this talk together, I just had to take a picture of his chalkboard, so he's going to tell us if that's
I didn't even write that.
if that's snow. He claims to have not written it. Yeah. That's like the ingredient for the sauce in McDonald's Big Macs or something. Who knows? We'll let us know. KP term wrong. Okay, that's not bad. And then we'll move in a little bit on how does water move through the snow. Eric Fleisch has done a lot of work on it. He'll do the bulk of that. I'll talk about it a little bit. But we'll look at that really important phenomenon, that snow moving through a layer of snowpack. It's not a real simple concept. And we'll look at how these two things affect the snowpacks. Hit on snowpack strength and mechanics, kind of a real fast overview of Avalanche 101. And then the bulk of it in the afternoon, operational issues, case studies, facts, theories, and musings. And again, I want to highlight going both ways between the people who are watching and the people who are presenting. I think it'll be really interesting. Then Eric Pike's also going to do a talk for us on possible effects of climate change. And this is something that I think most people who've been around are probably noticing that something's been different. I remember talking to John Hewlin when we were setting up a rope line on Upper Morningstar, Big Sky, which is on the A to Z shoots, or Yuns, for those of you who might know him as Yuns instead of John Hewlin. We were setting it up, and he